The frustration inside me is building like a storm that's about to burst. I try to hold it in, but it feels like it's too much to bear. I just want to scream and release everything I've been holding on to. I'm trapped in this whirlwind of emotions, caught between anger and hurt, and I can feel the pressure mounting. One more push, and I might just break. I feel like my mind is on fire, burning with thoughts I can't contain anymore. You've pushed me to the edge, and now I'm on the brink of losing it. Every part of me is trembling with frustration. You've taken me to a point where I'm no longer in control, and the explosion is inevitable. My heart races, my thoughts scatter, and all I can think of is how you've pushed me so far. The anger inside me is boiling over, and I'm struggling to keep it in check. This rage inside me feels like it's growing with every passing second. I try to stay calm, but the more I try, the more it feels like everything's slipping away. I've tried to reason with myself, to hold on to the calm, but the storm within me is too strong. You've pushed me to the breaking point, and now I don't know how to stop it. I feel like I'm standing on the edge of a cliff, my emotions swirling like a hurricane. One wrong word, one more push, and I'll fall into the chaos. I keep trying to hold it all in, but the pressure's too much. It's like a volcano inside me, waiting for the right moment to erupt. You don't understand what you've done to me. The anger you've stirred up is overwhelming, and I can feel it ready to burst out of me. My thoughts are racing, my heart is pounding, and all I can feel is this burning fury inside. I'm trying to hold it together, but every part of me wants to explode. The frustration in me has built to a point where I can't think clearly anymore. It's like I'm suffocating in my own emotions, and I don't know how much longer I can take it. It's like my mind is at war with itself, torn between holding back and letting everything go. The anger inside me is like a ticking time bomb. There's a fire inside me that you've ignited, and now it's spreading fast. I can feel the heat rising, and it won't be long before I can't keep it contained anymore. You've pushed me so far, made me feel so powerless, that now I'm on the verge of losing myself. The explosion is coming, and I don't know how to stop it. I want to scream, to lash out, to release all the anger and frustration that's building inside me. But I hold it in, and it only makes the pressure worse. You've taken me to the edge of my sanity. I can feel the rage rising, and every fiber of my being is screaming for release. There's a war inside me, a battle between wanting to stay calm and wanting to explode. And right now, the anger is winning. I feel like I'm drowning in this sea of frustration. The more I try to stay afloat, the deeper I sink, and it's getting harder to breathe. You've made me feel so small, so insignificant, and now I can't shake this feeling of intense rage. It's building and building until I don't know how much more I can take. The anger inside me is so powerful. I feel like it could destroy everything in its path, and yet I'm still holding on, not knowing how much longer I can keep the floodgates closed. I've been trying to stay calm, trying to control my feelings, but the tension is too much. The anger inside me is boiling over, and soon it will be too much to hold back. It feels like my body is on fire, my mind consumed with thoughts of anger. Every word you've said, every action you've taken has pushed me closer to the edge. I don't want to feel this way, but you've driven me to it. The rage inside me is so intense. I feel like I'm going to explode if I don't do something about it. You've tested my patience, and now I'm running out of ways to hold it in. The anger is building inside me, and it feels like it's going to break through at any moment. I can't explain what I'm feeling right now. There's this tightness in my chest, this overwhelming urge to lash out, but I can't seem to find the release. I've been bottling up so much for so long, trying to keep it all inside, but the pressure is too much. I feel like I'm about to explode, and I don't know how to stop it. You've made me feel like I'm losing control, like everything is spiraling out of my hands. The more I try to hold it together, the more I feel the explosion coming. Every part of me wants to scream, to let it all out, but I'm too scared of what might happen if I do. So I stay silent, and the anger just grows stronger. I've tried to find peace, to calm my racing heart, but it's impossible when all I feel is anger. It's like a storm inside me, ready to tear everything apart. You've done something to me, and now I can't shake this feeling of pure frustration. I want to explode, but I don't know how to channel it into something that makes sense. I'm torn between holding it all in and letting it go. The anger, the hurt, the frustration, it's all building inside me, and I'm on the verge of breaking. There's a battle raging inside me, a war between wanting to be calm and wanting to release this fury that's consuming me, and I'm losing control. I'm so mad right now that I can't think straight. Every thought in my head is clouded by this anger, and I just want to get away from it all before I snap. It's like I'm carrying this weight of frustration, and the more I try to ignore it, the heavier it gets. One more thing, and I might just let go. The rage inside me is like a wildfire, and I'm struggling to keep it contained. Every second I hold it back, it burns me more, and I don't know how much longer I can fight it. I feel like I'm suffocating in my own emotions, trapped by anger and hurt. I've been holding it on for so long, but I don't know how much longer I can do it. You've made me feel so helpless, so powerless, and now I'm drowning in anger. The frustration is overwhelming, and it feels like I'm about to explode from the inside out. My thoughts are spinning, my heart is racing, and all I can think about is how mad I am. The rage is bubbling up, and I'm struggling to keep it down. I've tried to reason with myself, to talk myself down, but nothing is working. The anger is too powerful, too all consuming, and I can feel myself losing control. I feel like I'm on the edge of a cliff, my emotions swirling in every direction. One wrong step, and I'll fall into the abyss of rage that's been building inside me. Every part of me is screaming for release. I can feel the anger rising, my thoughts clouded with frustration, and all I want is to let it all out. You've pushed me so far that now I'm struggling to keep a grip on myself. The anger inside me is like a tidal wave, and I'm just waiting for it to crash over me. I feel like I'm going to burst. The anger and frustration inside me are at their peak, and I don't know how much longer I can hold it all in. My mind is racing and my heart is pounding. I'm so mad right now that it feels like my whole world is spinning out of control. I've been trying to stay calm, trying to think rationally, but the anger is consuming me. I can feel it building, pushing me closer to the edge with every passing second. You've triggered something inside me, something that's been lying dormant for far too long. Now the anger is rising, and it feels like there's no turning back. It's like I'm holding back a tidal wave of emotion, and every second it gets harder to keep it contained. I'm on the edge of losing it all. I've been silent for so long, holding everything inside, but now it's like the pressure is too much. The anger is rising, and I don't know how much longer I can keep it in. I want to scream, I want to shout, I want to let the anger out, but I don't know what will happen if I do. So I stay quiet, and the fury grows inside me. There's a fire burning inside me, fueled by everything you've said and done. The more I try to ignore it, the stronger it gets, and soon it will explode. I can feel the explosion coming, like a volcano ready to erupt. I've been holding it all in for too long, and now the pressure is unbearable. I feel like I'm losing control, like the anger is taking over. Every thought is clouded by frustration, and I'm just waiting for the moment it all falls apart. It's like I'm standing at the edge of a cliff, ready to fall. The anger is rising inside me, and it's only a matter of time before I lose it completely. I can feel the storm inside me, the anger brewing with every passing second. I don't know how to stop it, and I'm terrified of what will happen when it finally breaks. Every word you say, every action you take only adds to the anger inside me. It's like I'm a pressure cooker, and one more thing will set it off. The rage inside me is like a wild animal, and I'm trying to tame it, but it's getting harder and harder, and I'm afraid one day I won't be able to keep it in check. I feel like I'm drowning in my own emotions. The anger, the frustration, the hurt. It's all swirling inside me, and I don't know how much longer I can stay afloat. You've taken me to the edge, and now I'm on the brink of losing everything. The anger inside me is all consuming, and I'm struggling to hold it back. I'm caught in a whirlwind of emotions, and I don't know how to stop it. The rage is building, and every second feels like it's pushing me closer to the edge.